Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Dogs are amazing creatures. They bring us joy, companionship, and unconditional love. But sometimes our furry friends can't tell us directly when something is wrong. Today, I'm going to be talking about 10 signs that your dog might be unhappy. It's important to be aware of these signs so that you can understand what your dog is trying to communicate and help them feel better. A dog's appetite is a great indicator of their overall well-being. It's one of the first things you might notice when something isn't quite right with your furry friend. If you notice a sudden change in your dog's eating habits, it could be a sign that something is off. This could range from minor issues to more serious health concerns. Maybe they're eating much less than usual, showing disinterest in their favorite meals, or even refusing to eat altogether. Or perhaps they're gobbling down their food like they haven't eaten in days, which can also be a red flag. Either way, this change in appetite can be a sign of stress, anxiety, or even an underlying medical condition. It's important to observe their behavior closely. Now, I'm not saying that every time your dog skips a meal, it's a reason to panic. Sometimes dogs can be picky eaters or just not in the mood. But if you notice this change in appetite becoming a pattern, it's definitely something to pay attention to. Consistent changes in eating habits can indicate deeper issues that may require a vet's attention. Regular checkups with your vet can help catch any potential problems early. They can provide guidance on whether the change in appetite is something to be concerned about. Remember, keeping an eye on your dog's eating habits is just one part of ensuring their overall health and happiness. A well-fed dog is a happy dog, and a happy dog makes for a happy owner. Now let's talk about your dog's energy levels. It's important to keep an eye on how active and engaged they are in their daily routine. You know your dog better than anyone. You understand their quirks, their habits, and what makes them tick. You know what gets them excited, what makes their tail wag like crazy. Whether it's the sound of their favorite toy or the sight of their leash, you know what brings them joy. So, if you start noticing that they're losing interest in activities they used to love, it's a sign something might be up. This change in behavior can be subtle at first, but it's crucial to pay attention. Maybe those daily walks that used to get them bouncing off the walls are now met with indifference. They might walk slowly, lag behind, or even sit down during the walk, showing a lack of enthusiasm. Or maybe they're no longer interested in playing fetch, their favorite game in the world. The ball or frisbee that once brought them so much excitement now lies ignored. This loss of interest can be a sign of boredom, depression, or even physical discomfort. It's their way of communicating that something isn't right. It's like they're telling you, hey, something's not right. I don't feel like myself. Pay attention to these signs and consider consulting a vet to rule out any health issues. Your dog's well-being depends on your vigilance and care. Dogs experience anxiety and fear just like we do. They might not be able to tell us in words, but their body language speaks volumes. If you see your dog trembling, pacing back and forth, or trying to hide, these are all classic signs of anxiety. Maybe they're suddenly afraid of loud noises, strangers, or even familiar places. These changes in behavior are important to pay attention to. It's like they're trying to tell you, hey, I'm feeling really scared right now. I need some reassurance. Chapter 4. Aggression. Now, aggression is a tough one because it can be a sign of many things. But one thing's for sure, it's always a cry for help. If your usually friendly dog starts growling, snapping, or even biting, it's a clear sign that something is wrong. They're trying to tell you, I'm feeling threatened, scared, or in pain, and I need some space. Remember, punishment is never the answer when it comes to aggression. It's about understanding the root of the problem and addressing it with calmness, assertiveness, and rehabilitation. Chapter 5. Destructive behavior. Have you ever come home to find your house turned upside down? Chewed furniture, shredded pillows, maybe even a little accident on the rug? While it's easy to get frustrated, remember that destructive behavior is often a dog's way of coping with stress, anxiety, or boredom. Imagine being cooped up all day with no outlet for your energy or emotions. You might start to feel a little restless too, right? It's the same for dogs. They need mental and physical stimulation, and sometimes destructive behavior is their way of saying, hey, I need more exercise, more attention, more to do. Chapter 6. Withdrawal from social interaction. Dogs are social animals. They thrive on interaction, whether it's with their humans or other furry friends. So if your usually social butterfly of a dog starts to withdraw, it's a definite red flag. Maybe they're avoiding eye contact, tucking their tail between their legs, or just generally seeming uninterested in interacting. This withdrawal can be a sign of fear, anxiety, or even depression. It's like they're saying, I need some space right now. I'm not feeling very social. Chapter 7. Changes in sleep patterns. Just like us, dogs need their beauty sleep. But if you notice a sudden change in their sleep patterns, it could be a sign that something's amiss. Maybe they're sleeping much more than usual, almost lethargic. Or perhaps they're having trouble settling down, pacing restlessly throughout the night. These changes in sleep can be linked to stress, anxiety, pain, or even underlying medical conditions. It's like their body's way of saying, something's not right. I'm not feeling rested and recharged. Chapter 8. Excessive grooming. Now, we all know dogs like to keep themselves clean. A little lick here, a little scratch there, it's all part of their natural grooming routine. But if you notice your dog licking, chewing, or scratching at themselves excessively, it's time to pay attention. This excessive grooming can be a sign of stress, anxiety, allergies, or even skin irritations. It's like they're trying to soothe themselves, to find relief from whatever discomfort they're feeling. Chapter 9. Restlessness. You know that feeling when you just can't seem to sit still? When you're pacing back and forth, restless, unable to find a comfortable position? Well, dogs can feel that way too. If your dog is constantly pacing, whining, or barking more than usual, it's a clear sign that something is bothering them. They're trying to communicate their discomfort, their anxiety, their need for something to change. It's like they're saying, hey, I'm feeling uneasy. I need to release this energy, this tension. Chapter 10. Changes in coat or skin. A dog's coat and skin can tell you a lot about their overall health and well-being. Just like humans, dogs can show signs of health issues through their skin and fur. A healthy coat should be shiny and smooth, reflecting good nutrition and proper care. Regular grooming and a balanced diet play a crucial role in maintaining this luster. Similarly, the skin should be clean and free of any irritation, redness, or unusual bumps. Healthy skin is often a sign of a well-hydrated and well-nourished dog. So, if you start noticing changes in your dog's coat or skin, it's important to take note. These changes can be subtle at first, but can indicate underlying health issues. Maybe their coat has become dull and dry, losing its natural shine and softness. This could be due to a lack of essential fatty acids in their diet or other nutritional deficiencies. Or perhaps they've developed flaky skin, which can be uncomfortable and itchy for your pet. Flaky skin might be a sign of poor grooming habits or an underlying skin condition. Hot spots, which are painful and inflamed areas, or bald patches where fur has fallen out. These symptoms can be distressing for both the dog and the owner. These changes can be a sign of allergies, parasites, hormonal imbalances, or even stress. Allergies can be caused by food, environmental factors, or even certain grooming products. It's like their body's way of showing you that something is off balance. Paying attention to these signs and consulting with a veterinarian can help address the issue early and keep your dog healthy and happy. Outro your dog's well-being. Remember, our dogs rely on us to understand their needs, even when they can't tell us directly. If you notice any of these signs in your furry friend, the first step is to rule out any underlying medical conditions with a visit to your trusted veterinarian. Once any medical concerns are addressed, you can focus on creating a loving and supportive environment where your dog can thrive. This means providing them with plenty of exercise, mental stimulation, and of course, loads of love and affection.